Talofa lava I taupa e matou mamalu. Greetings to you and to the mana that you hold. The book of John uniquely records this exchange between Jesus and his apostle Peter. Ua uma ona latou ai, ona fetalai atu le o Iesu ia Simona Peteru. Simona le atalii o Iona, be sili mai lo alofa yatia o io latou nei. After breakfast, Jesus asked Simon Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these?" Ua whai mai oe yatia, I oe le li e ua e silafia o te alofa yati oe. "Yes, Lord," Peter replied, "you know I love you." Ona fetalai atu le oe yatia I e fafaga ia tamai mamoe. "Then feed my lambs," Jesus told him. Ua toi fetalai atu faalua o ia te ia, Simona le atalii o Iona, be te alofa mai ia te au. Jesus repeated the question, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Ua whai mai o ia te ia, I oe le li ia ua e silafia o te alofa ia te oe. "Yes, Lord," Peter said, "you know I love you." Ona fetalai atu le o ia te ia e leo ia o mamoe. "Then take care of my sheep," Jesus said. The resurrected post-Easter Jesus finds Peter and 6 of the other apostles, including the writer John, gone fishing. It seems that they have abandoned their call to their apostleship, that of fishing for disciples, for men and women, young and old, to return to something more familiar and more comfortable, fishing for fish. Maybe Peter and the apostles were still disillusioned, still unsure of what to do, still somewhat confused. It's only been a short time since Jesus had been crucified, was buried and had risen. So Jesus, now appearing at least for the 5th time to his apostles after his resurrection, asks Peter, "Do you love me more than these?" These, what are these? These fish, these your friends, these the other apostles, these your family, these the means of supporting and providing for yourself. It's unclear exactly what Jesus means by these. It could mean all of the above. Peter, however, understands. He meekly answers, "Yes, Lord, you know I love you." So Jesus replies, "Then feed my lambs, do the work of an apostle, make disciples of those who are and will be new to faith." Jesus repeats the question to Peter, and Peter in turn repeats his reply, to which Jesus responds, "Then take care of my disciples, those I've already won, these your friends, the other apostles and the other disciples, the other believers who are as confused as you are, take care of them." Jesus is gently reminding Peter his purpose is to make new disciples and to take care of the fellowship of the believers. This is how Peter can show his love for Jesus. Jesus himself never lost sight of his purpose. We read in Matthew chapter 20, verse 28, Jesus speaking of himself, "For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to give his life as a ransom for many." Jesus also knows, although his agape love for us is perfect, our philia, for love for him, is returned imperfect, and yet he still calls us to serve. Sometimes as churches, we can lose our way, or we can become overwhelmed or lose sight of our purpose. We can focus so much on how to keep Sunday services running. We forget our purpose is to be salt and light. That is to serve the communities where our churches are planted, as well as the communities in which we live, in order to bring reconciliation to the world. To feed the lambs, those who are and will be new to faith, as well as take care of the sheep, the fellowship of the believers. How can we as churches and faith communities reclaim our purpose of being salt and light beyond our church walls, while at the same time growing in our own depth as a community of disciples? That is our challenge. Today, as disciples of Jesus, do one thing to feed his lambs and do one thing to care for his sheep. Do just one act of goodness or kindness for someone else, or share with just one person your God story. By doing these small things, we show, like Peter, our love for Jesus.